little poem that I gave you. What's it about?
Coordinate grids.
Who can tell me something important they got from this poem? Please.
I got that, when there's a swinging blade at 3.1, so I count 3 on the x-axis. I count up 1 on the y.
Tell me in your own words, please. What does that mean? You're telling me parts of the story. What does that mean?
They're trying to figure out the answer to the question, like what is 3.1, like, so he's trying to figure out like to go up on y or up on x first.
Okay. Who else? Tyler.
He said his life is crazy, like in the movies, and he's trying to escape and find a treasure.
Okay. Yes, that is true. But think of, what did you see over and over again in this poem? You saw something over and over again in this poem. Mia.
You saw that, like, the chorus kind of, it says, feeling like you're going to go, my x goes across, my y-axis, it climbs, so when I grab it climbs.
She said it's kind of like chorus. She said the important part for her was my x-axis goes across, my y-axis it climbs. So what does that mean?
It goes up.
Isaiah, what does climbing look like? Does it look like this way or does it look like this way? Yes, climbing. Good. What else? Nancy.
X equals O and Y does 2.
What's that?
X equals O and Y does 2.
Where?
In the second paragraph, is that.
Where he enters the dungeon, but what do we call it? Do you see in the second stanza, the second set, it says right there, when I entered the dungeon and where I begin, that's where x equals 0 and y does 2. Go one line before that. What does it say?
The order. Where the dungeon origin.
Where they cross, that's the
Origin.
Okay. So main things from this poem, origin is where?
Why
Where
did it repeat
0
that?
is the beginning.
Beginning? Where? Some of you are paying attention and some of you are not. I do not appreciate it. Your seats will be changed. This table's being changed and that table's being changed. I hate changing seats and then having to fix it. Shenanigans.
What table?
Sit up in your chair. That means putting your back up against the back of the chair. That's what that means. Some of you don't understand that you will be in 5th grade next year if you don't figure it out. No, some of you will be in 5th grade if you do not figure it out. Anyone want to stay in 5th grade? Nope, because everyone else is moving on to middle school. All right, friends? Some of you need to stay. That's fine. I'll work with you again next year. Anyways, important things from this poem. We talked about the origin. What else did we talk about? The chorus saying what? What did the chorus say? Everybody, what did the chorus say?
Feeling richer than a boss.
Feeling richer than a boss.
Goes across.
My X goes across. My Y-axis
It climbs.
So when I grab
X, Y. And I get paid on the plane. Now let's ride.
Think of the things that we talked about this morning for poems. What does this poem have that we talked about this morning? We talked about some examples of poems. Tatiana, what's one thing?
It has like vivid language.
Okay, what do you think is vivid in there?
It's like it
How about that part that we just talked about, that little
Yeah.
chorus part? Is
Yeah,
there any
'cause-
vivid language in there?
Yeah, because it's saying, the vivid language, like, it's saying, like, so when I graph and get paid on a plane now, let's ride.
So what's vivid in there, though? Give me an example of vivid in there.
Feeling richer than a boss.
Feeling richer than a boss. He didn't say just feeling rich. He said feeling richer than a boss. Good. What else? So here's some vivid language. That's a part of a poem. What else? Dawn. Rhyming. What rhymes in this little chorus? I can't hear you.
Feeling richer than a boss. Or, it says a pair, 25 and pair when are both orders of pairs and numbers, a pair of numbers that will show me where.
Okay? But up in the first paragraph that we were talking about, what shows rhyming there? There's rhyming. You said boss, but what rhymes with boss? Aaron.
Rhymes with boss is a cross.
Yeah, can you hear that in your head? Let's kind of say it together. Feeling richer than a boss. My x-axis goes across. Across, boss. There's your rhyming. You have vivid language and rhyming. Jasmine, where should your eyes be? Get there.
I'm finding how a treasure map and it's old. I'm in the
Dungeon.
the dungeon of Axis and it's cold.
Old and
Cold.
good. Alright. Once again, we got some information from this poem. Now I want you to listen to someone perform this poem. I can get it down here. Oh no, don't be yellow.
I did that in Mr. Rat's class. It went.
Oh yeah.
No, remember when we kept turning the light off?
Sure it's not the elbow?
It goes super bright.
Oh, there it is.
I got it.
Paper and it went blue. Why does it sound like screaming?
Yeah, flow cab. Listen.
Yo, on the real, my life is crazy, like in movies. I've been searching for years for gold, jewels, and rubies. I finally have a treasure map, and it's old. I'm in the dungeon of Axes, and it's cold, and it's booby trapped. So I need to know where to find the traps and where to find the gold. Lucky for me, my map, it glows. It's a coordinate plane, let's see what it holds. The x-axis is a number line. It goes across the map, it's really wide. And the y-axis isn't wide, it's tall. It goes up and down my map, that's all. Where they cross, that's the origin. Where I enter the dungeon and where I begin. That's where x equals 0 and y does too. If I didn't understand that, I wouldn't have a clue.
Feeling richer than the boss. My x-axis goes across. My y-axis it climbs. So when I grab XY and get paid on a plane. Now let's ride. Feeling richer than the boss. My x-axis goes across. My y-axis it climbs. So when I grab XY and get paid on a plane. Now let's ride.
Yeah, so my graph is empty. But wait, below is a list of things that I need to locate. There is a pit at 2, 5. What does that mean? If I don't know, I might die. Then I see it says X, Y. So the X coordinate is first and then Y. So 2, 5, I count 2 to the right. Then I count 5 up on the Y. Alright, right there is a point. That will be a pit. I put P on the map. Yeah, that's it. There's a swinging blade at 3, 1. So I count 3 on the x-axis, son. I count 1 up on the y. I put a B for a blade on the spot, no lie. 2, 5, and 3, 1 are both ordered pairs. A pair of numbers that will show me where the treasure itself is at 3, 6. I plot that point on the map real quick, and then I count out my steps until I see so much gold, and it takes away my breath.
Feeling richer than the boss. My x-axis goes across, my y-axis it climbs. So when I grab XY and get paid on a plane. Now let's rhyme. Feeling richer than the boss. My x-axis goes across, my y-axis it climbs. So when I grab XY and get paid on a plane. Now let's rhyme.
What's it called?
That was so M and whiskey.
That's called vocabulary right there.
Yeah, but that website.
It's called flowcabulary.com. Alright. What do you think? What do you think if the poem turned into a song?
It was raining.